Thus began the greatest chapter of St. Louis football Cardinals history. In 1974, 75, and 76, the Big Red won 31 games and lost just 11, winning 2 division titles.
Jim Hart and his ability to throw the football, his raw power in his passing arm, certainly in the top 10 quarterbacks that ever played the game of professional football, and maybe in the top 5.
They were called the Cardiac Cardinals for winning games in dramatic fashion. The defense was good, really good, but the offense, led by number 17, was electric. Hart was named the NFC Player of the Year in 1974. Coryell wanted to throw the football all the time, and that's pretty much what they did.
But Brody stuck to his plan, a mixture of runs, short flips to his backs, and sideline patterns to his wide receivers, Gene Washington and number 88, Dick Witcher. Brody's beautiful play-action fakes held the front four just long enough to give him the extra time with which to do so. Although the Vikings had the best pass defense in the NFC, Brody led the NFC's best passing offense, and he was determined to throw a lot against Minnesota. Having set up the Vikings secondary perfectly with short passes, Brody went for Gene Washington deep and hit him.
The pads may be small, yet Philip Rivers still shoulders the load in San Diego. Since becoming a starter in 2006, Rivers is 3rd in the NFL in passing yards and passer rating, 4th in touchdowns, and no offense is more fun to watch than his.
When you go to a Charger game, there's going to be excitement. I mean, you go to see Philip Rivers play. He's going to make some unbelievable plays.
Well, that's a splendid pass by Philip Rivers.
The great players I've been around, they do the exceptional, the unusual in the most critical situations.
Hey, that's that old chest pass I learned in basketball camp when I was about 7.
In the most difficult situations, he makes his best plays.
Dave Craig is the type of player who will do anything to win. And in 1984, he did a little of everything to win. In 1984, Craig shouldered the offensive load, took charge, and matured into the complete quarterback. Only Miami's Dan Marino threw for more touchdowns than Craig's 32. Dave passed for at least 1 score in every game he played. He shattered team records and made the Pro Bowl. And he did all this even though opponents knew the Seahawks would be throwing on nearly every down.
The Broncos went ahead in that game 21-3. And in the second half, Bernie Kosar was so incredibly sharp throwing the football.
He was so precise in that second half.
Perfect touch on the football by Bernie Kosar.
It was like watching Da Vinci paint something.
Stroke by stroke, Bernie Kosar painted over the Denver defense for 356 passing yards.
He was as accurate a long passer as I've ever seen. Once we started scoring in the second half, they couldn't stop us and we couldn't stop them.
Bernie's back to throw, fires, touchdown, Slaughter. The Browns have struggled back into an even-Steven football game.
The number 3 mobile quarterback of all time, Randall Cunningham.
Great ability as an athlete.
He's leaping. He's diving. He's there.
Some people think that's offensive to players. He was a great athlete.
I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback who had as much basic physical talent as Randall Cunningham.
You know, when I first saw Randall, our first minicamp, I thought this guy would be the greatest quarterback of all time. I really did. He had that kind of talent.
We were in Buffalo, and I said, I know Bruce Smith is coming. At the split second I needed to, I ducked, and he went over me. I said, whoa.
He ducks under 3 men. He's looking. He's rolling. He's heaving it deep downfield for Barnett, who leaps and has it at the 40. Barnett's going to score!
Washington and Philadelphia traded quarterbacks during the offseason, and this will be their first confrontation. Jergy steps to the firing line. Sonny hurls a honey to Bobby Mitchell, and it's touchdown, Washington. Jergy is making the Eagles eat crow as he passes the Redskins to a fast 14-point advantage. Adolph Christian's Sonny Jurgensen throws his 5th touchdown pass of the game as he lays it on the Eagles with a scoring shot to Taylor. Jurgensen wins the battle of the quarterbacks, and Washington wins the war 35-20.
Starting from the first snap of his rookie season, Moon's stellar play quickly rejuvenated the Oilers and their fans. In the run-and-shoot offense, Moon became truly dangerous.
Once we get on track, we're going to be very explosive, and we're going to be a team that everybody's going to fear, I think.
With pinpoint passing and amazing range, Moon was the heart of a Houston team that was one to reckon with for nearly a decade.
Moon on a bootleg, thrown over the middle, Gibbons at the 5 and scores!
Wow, beautiful play.
One play action faking by Warren Moon.
Moon still holds over a dozen team and league records, but his focus was not on amassing great numbers. He knew what it would take to silence his doubters.
Smartest, toughest quarterback I have ever seen.
Bounce the quarterback, fires him downfield, a touchdown.
I really didn't make myself clear.
Well, I think I understood you.
Did you?
Is that what you wanted, a touchdown?
We were a better football team when Dan Fouts stepped in the huddle. No doubt about it. Everybody played harder because they didn't want to disappoint Dan. He expected perfection from everybody. And when you didn't do those things, he would tell you.
Work the middle, True. Work the middle on that. Cut your split down, work the middle.
Whether it was a running back for missing a blitz or not, being where they're supposed to be, whether it was a receiver. And Dan and I had our, little tips from time to time.
Come on, run out of the brakes now. Lead it on. Run out of the break.
That's what I'm doing.